Sorry, I'm late. I'm basically the only one at my work that knows how to do their job, and my boss worships the ground I walk on practically.
It's okay. I was just looking at the menu.
Everything on here looks so cheap. I usually order the most expensive thing on the menu. That's, one of the perks of having a six-figure job like I do.
Ah, yeah, must be nice.
Oh, it is nice, yeah. So many guys are like, so, did you see that?
See what?
That waitress over there, she keeps on checking me out.
I don't...
It happens like all the time. I can't go anywhere. You're one lucky girl.
Yeah, I'm so lucky.
Oh, by the way, order whatever you want from the menu. I hate it when girls are just like order a salad or something like that. Like, you could lose a few pounds, but you look good, so I'm not gonna judge you, don't worry.
Gee, thanks.
Oh, don't worry. I will use my credit card. I like to get the miles.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
You can just Venmo me your half. Just make sure you put it on private so that no one gets jealous. Oh, actually, you know what? You ordered 2 drinks and I just ordered 1, so yours is going to be a little bit more than half. All right, well, I guess we should head back to my place then.
No, I don't think so. I have to get home. It was nice to meet you, though.
Okay, well, I guess I'll just talk to the waitress over there that was giving me the eyes from before, but yeah.
On the 30-yard line, the 20, the 10, touchdown!
Do you think you have what it takes to be a top 1% man? Well, being a top 1% man isn't even good enough today. Instead, you should strive to be a top 0.1% man, or a man who beats out 999 out of 1,000 men wherever he goes. This is a standard I have set for myself. In this video, I'm going to show you precisely how to become that man. In one of my previous videos, I told you exactly what a high value man is, and I said that it's not your money, cars, women, or anything else external, but instead it's about your character. Being a high value man is being a man who creates value for other people wherever he goes. But how do you create value wherever you go? Being a top 0.1% man begins with becoming a high value man, and in order to become a high value man, you need to work on 4 areas of your life: physical, financial, social, and mental. By working diligently in these 4 areas of your life, you will develop the internal attributes or character, which will lead to the external attributes that everyone thinks are the hallmarks of a high value man. This is your transformation. Let's begin. All transformation begins in the mind, as Dr. Maxwell Maltz said in his pivotal book, Psycho-Cybernetics. You will act like the sort of person you conceive yourself to be. For that reason, we must always start any kind of personal transformation by first transforming our identity. Identity is the most powerful force in the universe. All of your actions flow from your nature. If you want to change your actions, you have to start by changing your nature. But how do we change our nature, our identity? When I was younger, I used to see myself quite differently than I do now. I remember my sophomore year in high school feeling sorry for myself, thinking, why is it that other kids get to be jocks and popular, and I have to be this nerdy, dorky kid who no one really pays attention to except to pick on? One morning, for whatever reason, I woke up with a strange question in my head. Why not me? If other guys in school could be jocks and popular, why couldn't I? There wasn't anything physically wrong with me. I was just as capable and smart as any other kids in school. It was then that I decided I was going to pretend to be the person I wanted to be. I closed my eyes and envisioned the future version of myself that I wanted to be. I envisioned how he would walk, how he would talk. Once I had that picture firmly in my mind, I began to pretend like I was already that person. That became the primary tool I used to completely change and transform my life. On my If You Feel Like Your Life Is Over at 30 video, where I talked about the personal transformation I went through in my 30s, someone commented on the video, work out and read books and you'll magically start being rich.
That's what I'm getting out of this video. It's funny just how close to the truth they actually were. There are two main ways you can change your identity. The first is by changing our environment.
The second is by changing what we do. You are what you brine in. If you put a cucumber in pickle brine, it will become a pickle. So the big question is, what are you brining in right now? Most people brine in the toxic brine of modern society, filling their heads with mainstream media, social media, brain-numbing movies and video games, junk music, filling their heads with nonsense. Stop. Stop now. If you want to change your life, change your environment. Start with books and make sure they're good books. I'm going to be putting out a video on the 100 best books of all time, so subscribe to the channel and give this video a like to make sure you don't miss it when it comes out. For now, you can start with some classics. Psycho-Cybernetics by Dr. Maxwell Maltz, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza, Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl, and The Way of the Superior Man by David Deida. Aim to read at least one book a week. If you read 52 books a year, I absolutely promise you, your life will change. It will change dramatically. I could literally end this video right here. Do not spend your time with people who are not worth your time. Drop all toxic people from your life, regardless of blood, time investment, or relationship status. Stop scrolling through TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. Stop watching TV. Stop listening to music that doesn't send a positive message. Create the environment of the man you want to be and then brine in it.
The second way to change your identity is to change your actions. I know I said that your actions flow from your nature, but it's actually a virtuous cycle. Your actions influence your identity, and your identity influences your actions. How do we hack the cycle? It's simple. Imagine the identity you want, and then literally pretend to be that person by doing what that person would do. Let's say you want to become a super fit athlete of a man. We'll call him Rocky. What does Rocky do every morning when he gets up? Perhaps Rocky wakes up at 4 a.m. every morning, drinks down a carton of pasteurized egg whites, and goes for his 5-mile jog. Then Rocky goes to work, and on his lunch break, you can find him in the break room doing push-ups while he's reheating his chicken and broccoli meal that he prepped ahead of time. After work, Rocky usually hits the gym and then makes himself a protein shake while watching old Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. Start pretending you're Rocky, and pretty soon your brain will start to think you are a raw egg drinking, 5-mile jogging, protein eating maniac. And once your brain starts seeing you in that new light, you will literally be that person. It will be your new identity. All the bad habits will disappear and be replaced by new habits because your action always flows from your nature. Act as if you're already what you want to become, and you will become that thing. This is your base identity and mindset. We need to change that first. Next, we move to the physical.
Physical discipline builds both mental discipline and confidence. A physique is something that has to be earned. No one can give it to you. Not even drugs can get you a top physique without work and discipline. If you want to become a top 0.1% man, you need to be at least a top 1% man physically, and that's not hard. 34.1% of men are overweight. 43% of men are obese, and 6.9% are severely obese. That means that just by being at a healthy weight, you're already in the top 16% of men physique-wise. If you're just in the top 10% of men in every category we're going to talk about in this video, you'll easily be in the top 0.1% of men overall. It is easy to find a guy who excels in one area of his life. It's much more rare to find a guy who excels in all areas of his life. Here's my simple formula for getting a top 1% physique. Decide on a workout routine and put it on your calendar. It doesn't even matter so much what it is. What's more important is that you pick some kind of schedule and you stick to it. If you're looking for more specific advice, consider joining the Bulldog Mindset membership, where I have specific workout plans and diets. There's a link in the description of this video. I'd recommend you lift weights in the gym at least 2 to 3 times per week on a regular schedule. I'd also recommend running or some other kind of cardio. Endurance sports help build a lot of mental toughness, which will help you in many other areas of your life. Kickboxing, MMA, Muay Thai, or some other combat sport is also an excellent choice, but just make sure you make a schedule and you put that schedule on your calendar and then stick to it religiously. Money does not make a man, but a man knows how to make money. Having a lot of money itself will not really make you a top 0.1% man, and it certainly will not make you a high value man. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't focus on learning how to make money. Remember, a high value man creates value. Money is literally a representation of the value that you have created in your life.
I have to get home. It was nice to meet you, though.
In the tribal days, before there was money, a man was valued on what Jack Donovan would call mastery in his seminal book on masculinity, The Way of Men. A man who had a skill that was valuable, such as hunting or crafting, created value for the whole tribe and raised his status. This is why money doesn't make a high value man, but a high value man is capable of making money. But before you can even learn how to make money, you need to start by learning how to manage the money you already have. If you don't have a budget, you need one. The tool I use is called YNAB, or literally, you need a budget. It uses a very simple every dollar has a job system, which allows you to budget the money you actually have as you receive it, rather than an over-optimistic future budget you can't stick to. It automatically connects to your bank accounts and credit card accounts, so you can easily categorize transactions and allocate income to the buckets that correspond to where you want to spend your money each month. I've put a link to sign up for a free trial in the description below. It is an affiliate link, but I use YNAB and they didn't ask me to be mentioned in this video.
Once you have control of your finances, you need to work on increasing them. Start by mastering a skill and learning to make money from that skill. There are 3 levels of skill mastery. The first level is using the skill to work for someone else. For example, if you learn how to write code as a computer programmer, you could get a job with a company as a software developer. The second level is freelancing. Now you're taking this skill and utilizing it in the open market to make money. You can make more money as a freelancer because you can charge more for your services and you can have multiple clients. As a computer programmer, you might open your own consulting business where you did freelance programming jobs and charge them by the hour, or better yet, by the project. The third level is to build a real business with that skill. This could mean using the skill to actually build a business, or creating a business in which you teach other people how to acquire that skill. Using the computer programmer example again, you could use your programming skills to build a web application that you charge people money to use, or you could start your own programming YouTube channel and eventually sell courses to aspiring programmers.
Once you have learned how to make money, the next thing to learn is how to grow that money by investing. This is the order of what I believe are the 3 most profitable investments you can make. First is yourself. Investing in yourself has the highest return possible because it allows you to increase your ability to make money. This might look like buying training programs, personal coaching, books, courses, attending seminars, or anything else that will increase your skills. Next would be investing in your business. This has the second highest return because the money you invest in your business is pre-tax money, meaning you don't have to pay taxes on that money, and because it allows you to leverage an asset you already control to make even more money from it, all while increasing the value of that asset itself. Simply put, the money you invest in your business is tax-free, makes you more money, and makes your business more valuable. Third is real estate. Real estate is the best traditional investment you can make because you can leverage that investment by borrowing money from the bank. Using a very simple strategy, I'm able to get 30 to 40% returns on my money every single year.
Now's an excellent time to tell you about the sponsor for this video, the Bulldog Mindset Well That Never Runs Dry Financial Freedom Program. If you want to learn about how to get 30 to 40% returns on your real estate investments and learn how to get started in real estate as well as how to build a business, click the link in the description below to fill out the application and see if you're a good fit. The Well That Never Runs Dry is a program I put together to show you and guide you step by step through the exact process I used to reach financial freedom myself at 33 years old, while working a regular 9-to-5 job. I got sick of everyone talking about financial freedom and investing without telling you exactly how to do it. So I decided to put together a step-by-step plan with an actual timeline you could follow so you know exactly when you're going to become financially free. In the program, I'll teach you how to use my GAP framework to set the right goals and guarantee that you reach them. In fact, I use this GAP framework to reach the goal of getting a 100K view video on this channel at a time when I was only getting 3,000 to 4,000 views per video. It worked so well that I blew past the goal with a video that's currently sitting at 350,000 views. Ryan joined the program, and within 6 months, he was able to make 25K from his business in 1 week.
Working with John as a coaching client of his, as well as a member of the Well That Never Runs Dry program, has been very instrumental in everything I've been able to accomplish. It was my first full year in business, so I wasn't nearly as established. And in the first week of May, I was able to pull in over 28K in sales. So basically more than I made all last year combined.
Click the link in the description to apply now before all the slots in the cohort fill up. Now back to the video.
The most important social skill you can learn is how to communicate. This is an area you should focus on first because good communication skills are essential to all other social skills. There are 3 levels of communication you should focus on, which build upon each other. The first level is writing. Good communication starts with learning how to write. Learning how to write teaches you how to organize your thoughts. And when your thoughts are well organized, you will be a much more effective communicator at higher levels. Fortunately, it's not difficult to learn how to write.
When I was in high school, I was in all the advanced placement courses except for English. I was pretty much told that my writing skills were crap and that I just was not a good writer. I believed that for a long time until I started my blog in 2008. My first blog posts were horrible. I was a bad writer, but I didn't care. I kept writing anyway. Over time, I got better and better at writing until I eventually wrote a book called The Soft Skills, the Software Developer's Life Manual. That book became a bestseller in the software development industry and went on to sell over 100,000 copies and be translated into many different languages. I didn't receive any formal training in writing, I just did it over and over again. Level 2 is video. Once you can communicate via the written word, I'd suggest learning how to communicate over video. It's a slightly different medium, but it prepares you for public speaking. And if you become good on camera, you'll be a much better communicator in person as well. Again, I started recording videos with no experience or training at all. All of my first videos pretty much sucked.
John Sonmez from SimpleProgrammer.com here again, and I'm bringing you a video today about a topic that I find keeps coming up.
Eventually, as I kept making videos, I got better and better on camera. And when I finally combined my writing skills with my video skills, I really started to hit my stride. The final level of communication is speaking. Speaking in public is a difficult skill to learn, but it is one that will greatly increase your charisma. Take opportunities to speak at events or give speeches when you're able to. You can start by volunteering to present at your work or a local club or organization. If you really want to work on this skill, I'd suggest joining Toastmasters. It's an organization that focuses on developing your public speaking skills. Once you've developed your communication skills, the next step is to start applying these skills by going out and talking to people. If you're a single guy, you should be going out and approaching women you find attractive and striking up conversations with them. This will force you to face rejection, which will build your character and eventually your confidence. It will also help you develop courage, which is a critical trait of a high-value man. If you aren't single, get in the habit of just striking up conversations with everyone you meet. I take every opportunity I can to practice these skills by striking up conversations with Uber drivers, people standing in line next to me, or anyone else I encounter in my day-to-day activities.
You also need to learn how to set boundaries. This is one of the most important social skills to learn and signifies a person who has a high respect for themselves and others. If you don't know what boundaries are, check out the excellent book on the subject, Boundaries: When to Say Yes, How to Say No to Take Control of Your Life. It's a fairly religious book. You can ignore the religious components and just focus on the psychology behind it.
Oh wow, didn't expect to see you here. Listen, about our date, I was an idiot. I spent a lot of time self-reflecting. I'm in a much better place now. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm actually really good. The barista said someone paid for my coffee. Was that you?
It was the least I could do.
That was very kind. Well, I'm actually glad we bumped into each other again. Never thought I'd say that.
Me too.
It's short notice, but I'm going to a little get-together with some friends to see a band on Friday. Would you want to go?
Most men are looking for the external attributes of what they consider a high value or top 1% man. But as I said earlier, those external attributes are a byproduct of the work you put into your character development to develop the internal attributes which truly make you high value. Let's take a moment to go over the internal and external attributes you will acquire from following the advice in this video. First, the internal attributes: wisdom, discipline, mental toughness, emotional mastery, self-respect, courage, kindness, confidence, self-reliance, resilience, resourcefulness, assertiveness, determination. These internal attributes will lead to the following external attributes: physical strength, attractiveness, stamina, wealth, status, respect, friendship, and sexual success. There is no shortcut around this. If you try and get the external attributes without developing the internal attributes which bring them about, they will be temporary in nature. If you give a man who is lazy, unmotivated, undisciplined, lack communication skills, confidence, and courage, a bunch of money, a perfect physique, and lots of women, what do you think would happen in a year? Do you think he'd still have that money and the physique? Do you think the women would still be interested in him? Don't try and take a shortcut. Instead, focus on building your character and you will gain the other things with it.